What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American, here today to react and learn about the difference between American and Canadian patriotism. So today I want to take a look at this stand-up comedy routine by Leonard Chan, and it sounds like he's going to talk about what being patriotic means in Canada versus America, which I think is going to be pretty funny. So, I don't know about Canada, but here in America, we tend to be a bit over the top with our patriotism. So, I'm very excited to take a look at this. So, let's see.
No, my parents moved to Canada. I'm very happy about that. They moved to Canada, America's hat. It's so much better because they could have moved to...
Okay. He has me chuckling. I've never heard of him before, to be honest, Leonard Chan. But within 6 seconds, he's got me chuckling with the America's hat joke. Okay, fair enough.
They moved to Canada, America's hat. It's so much better because they could have moved to America, Canada's jockstrap. But Canada and America get compared all the time.
Okay, fair enough. I have not heard that one before.
I think they're very different countries. And all you have to do is look at their leaders, all right? Canada elected Justin Trudeau. He's very pretty, you know? He tries a little bit too hard. He's like the Anne Hathaway of world leaders. But he's well-read, he speaks English and French, he's very Canadian.
Yeah.
Now, America. America elected Donald Trump.
I'm not sure when this this comedy routine was made and filmed. Okay, oh boy, here we go.
The Donald Trump of world leaders. Can't read, barely speaks English. The only thing Canadian about him is that he's the same color as Kraft Dinner.
That's good. That's good. I like this guy. Leonard Chan. Whoo! Okay. That's good. That's good stuff, actually. So, getting back on track. It sounds like he is American. Where is he from? He said his parents live in Canada. So, what does that mean? Did he grow up in Canada? Or anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's keep going.
All right, I love Canada. All right? Clean water, universal health care, women's curling. Oh my God.
Okay.
Women's curlers are so hot. Is it just me? They're so hot.
Okay.
I think it's because I'm a fan of punctuality, so I just get turned on anytime a woman yells at me to hurry. Hurry hard. No, but
All right, this whew. Okay, gotta settle down here a little bit. This is good so far, Leonard Chan. So I guess eventually we're gonna get to the butt of this joke, right? Difference between American and Canadian patriotism. He's making a lot of American and Canadian comparisons, which is pretty funny.
I love women's curling, and I love Canada. I love Canada, but I'm not American about it, Because Americans are obnoxiously patriotic. They need you to know that they're American, right? But Canadians, we're proud to be Canadian, but part of being Canadian is that, especially as a child of an immigrant, we never forget who we are, all right? I think...
Is that... Hold on, this is going by very quickly. Americans always need you to know that we're American?
American, all right? But Canadians...
Oh, hold on. Where was that?
I love Canada. I love Canada. But I'm not American about it, Because American...
He's not. Is he Canadian or American? I can't tell by what he's saying actually.
Are obnoxiously patriotic.
We're obnoxiously patriotic. That is, I've heard that. I've heard that before. It's funny because when you grow up in the United States, growing up as a kid, you do see a lot of like American stuff, American patriotic stuff. People in the red, white, and blue striped hats, Uncle Sam, 4th of July celebrations, like at every major sporting event or gathering or national celebration. It is over the top, jets flying by, sprinkling red, white, and blue confetti. Like when America goes all out for the American patriotism. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with our history, like the American Revolutionary War, becoming independent from Great Britain, like having to fight for that. I don't know. Or are all countries like this? That's my question. Is this an American thing? Like an American criticism? Like that we are just USA? Like we have the chant. No one else has a chant where it's like USA, USA. It's a little aggressive sounding, a little scary. I understand that. But no matter what country you live in throughout the world, like I'm sure most people feel a sense of national pride towards where they grew up in, where they come from. And I think that's normal, healthy, like, to be proud of that. But Canadians out there, from your outside perspective, because I'm in it, I'm living it. Are Americans over the top in our patriotism, in our like, well, America does it this way, like kind of attitude? That's something I'm curious about because as an American, it's just when you're living here, it's just normal. Where certain times of the year, like 4th of July, Independence Day, you look around and it's like American flags everywhere and then people going nuts and fireworks shooting off in your neighbor's backyard. And you're like, yeah, this is normal. Yeah, sure. Like America. It's just normal here. So anyway, that's my rant on the topic.
I need you to know that they're American, all right? But Canadians, like we're proud to be Canadian, but part of being Canadian is that, especially as a child of an immigrant, we never forget who we are. All right?
Okay.
I think that is really the difference between our two countries. And I think here's an example to illustrate the difference, all right?
He's saying an important part of being Canadian is never forgetting who you are or where you come from. That's interesting that that's what defines a Canadian, because Canada does have a lot of immigrants. And I'm sure for them it is important, of course, to remember where you come from if you immigrated to Canada. But most Canadians are from Canada, So it's funny that he says that's like a important part of being Canadian, remembering where you come from. Certainly true if you're an immigrant. But for most Canadians, it's just like being Canadian is about being from Canada, right?
Right. I was recently in Europe. I was at the airport. I was in line to board my flight. And this woman wearing a shirt made out of a U.S. flag and a hat that said, "Make America Great Again," which were both probably made in China.
True.
She cuts in front of me in line, right? But I'm a Canadian, so I don't say anything. She gets on the plane in front of me. She's got 3 bags. She puts them in the overhead compartment. There's no...
The way I know this story is true is because cutting in line is such an American thing to do. Not me, I swear. But oh my God, do we have a problem with people and lines in America? You go to a grocery store and wait in line, people pretend like they've never seen a line in their entire life. Like they're just baffled at the idea of waiting in an orderly manner. It's yeah, okay. that kind of set me off on a random tangent, but man, Americans are bad at waiting in line. I agree.
She gets on the plane in front of me. She's got 3 bags. She puts them in the overhead compartment. There's no room for my stuff. But I'm a Canadian, so I don't say anything. And then she gets in the seat right in front of me, reclines the seat the whole way right in my face. But I'm a Canadian, so I don't say anything. But because I'm Chinese, I passive-aggressively kneed her in the back for the entire flight.
Hey! Okay, so is this accurate for Canadians out there? That's his analysis of the Canadian part of him. Is the part of him that just wants to kind of go with the flow, not make a big deal out of things, not call people out. There's if we're being honest, that's a Canadian stereotype, and I think and some of the things he's said here are American stereotypes. Like, a lot of Americans don't want to cause problems, but I guess maybe on average, Americans are more extreme in that we have people in America who are just willing to go nuts on you or be over the top patriotic or scream at you for cutting in line. Whereas in Canada, maybe the average is like more people who are in the middle, like more chill about it. Maybe that's a generalization, maybe that's just a stereotype. But obviously Canada is known for being like full of polite people who are respectful. And I don't know, this story kind of emphasizes that.
Yeah, I might not be able to make America great again, but as a minority, I can definitely make America uncomfortable. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you guys very much.
I like that. I like this guy, Leonard Chan. I like that he focused on covering some sort of like uncomfortable topics and whatnot, some interesting topics, and kind of talking about stereotypes and his background, and that's good. What's the difference between American and Canadian patriotism? I don't know. He didn't actually touch on like Canadian patriotism. He just talked about the crazy American wearing the red, white, and blue shirt, of course, cutting in line and hitting him with the back of her seat on the plane, and how the Canadianness in him was like, okay, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of this. I'm just gonna whatever. Like, I don't know what that has to do with Canadian patriotism. Definitely some criticisms of American patriotism in here. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just analyzing this all a little too deeply. On its surface, this was a good comedy routine. I actually really enjoyed this. This got some genuine laughs out of me. Some of his analysis of America is spot on, especially cutting in line. So I enjoyed this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on American patriotism versus Canadian patriotism, or any of the funny things in this video. That'd be interesting to hear about, especially from Canadians out there. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and learning about Canadian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.